Yeah, finding a comfortable position just for first few minutes, we'll do some settling in. Taking a few deep breaths, and as you exhale, relaxing your body, releasing any tension. Letting your shoulders be relaxed, your jaw muscle is loose, your belly is soft. Just allowing your body to settle, letting go of the day, just being here with this group, taking this time for yourself. Anything that you are haunted by in your thoughts, just allow them to go. They'll be there when we get done. You can just take this time for yourself to relax and let go. Maybe doing a body scan from the top of your head downward, noticing any tension anywhere in your body, and maybe taking an additional breath, exhaling and relaxing that area. And feeling yourself supported in your chair or on the cushion. If you need to take a few more breaths to help you relax, go ahead and do that. A couple of deep breaths and exhaling and relaxing. Notice where your thoughts are right now. You may have a busy mind. Often at the end of the day, we are still busy mind from working or running errands. And just notice it. We don't need to have any criticism or judgment about it. Just noticing if we're having thoughts and coming back to the breath and beginning again. Again, checking your posture, maybe making a few adjustments just to find a comfortable place where your body can completely relax. We're sitting upright, but we can keep a soft belly and our shoulders down. And follow the breath from the tip of the nose through the nostrils, noticing how we can feel that on the back of our throat as we inhale, and noticing the lungs expand and contract as we exhale, and the exhale feels warmer on our upper lip. And staying with the rhythm of our breath, this natural breathing does have a rhythm. It's a rocking motion of our bodies sometimes, definitely movement in our abdomen and our lungs. Or maybe noticing at this moment if your mind has calmed down, if your body feels more relaxed than when you began. Sometimes we see a definite difference, sometimes not, and that's okay too. We can just be with whatever is. Oh, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining tonight. I've had a couple of requests for some beginning meditation, and I think it's always a good thing to do. Um, Even if we've been meditating a long time, it's always good to go back and begin again just as a refresher and remind ourselves why we do what we do. But most people come to meditation because they're stressed and they want to reduce their stress or find a way to quiet their mind and generally learn to relax. And one of the main reasons people tell me why they don't continue with a regular meditation practice is because they can't stop their mind from being so busy with thoughts. How do I keep my mind quiet? And that's a really good point because our mind is noisy. It really is. And this is where mindfulness helps so much. Mindfulness, or sati in Pali, which is the ancient Sanskrit language of Buddha, mindfulness means simply awareness, becoming aware. But when we're practicing mindfulness, we're training the brain in awareness of its activity. We become present and aware to our thoughts as they pop up. So, how do we begin? After relaxing our bodies in a sitting position, we will focus on the breath. And many people ask, why the breath? There's a lot of reasons. The short answer is it's portable, it's always there with you, and it gives our busy mind something to focus on besides all the thoughts that are randomly flowing in and out of our mind. We really need to remember that our mind is made to think, and thinking is what we do. Brains, that's all they know how to do is think. So we can't really expect them to stop thinking. Our thoughts don't necessarily stop when we meditate, but they do eventually slow down. And we don't need to get caught in the story that the thoughts try to create. Our brain is a problem solver. So it's always evaluating and solving and finding answers to hundreds or thousands of thoughts that fly through our mind. And well, let's face it, life is pretty difficult sometimes. It can be a real challenge. Each day we're bombarded by responsibilities. We have children, or maybe we're taking care of someone who's sick. We have bosses that we have to deal with, coworkers. Then there's the news and politics and the state of the world and climate change, and it can really feel overwhelming. And it's hard to relax when that happens. Our mind is naturally reactive. So if something seems like a threat, we respond involuntarily and we move into that fight, flight, or freeze response, which is part of our animal nature and our survival reaction. So it's kind of important that we keep that. But what isn't helpful is when we get stuck in reactive behavior. And reactivity can become a habit. And long term habits are difficult to break. So, by practicing mindfulness, we can learn to be aware of when this feeling of reactivity begins to stir up. And we can pause and make a conscious decision on how to best respond rather than react. And by having a regular meditation practice, we're teaching our mind to let go of what isn't really a threat and to just simply be with what is. We can be with our thoughts and still not get involved in them, not get involved in the story. And then eventually we take this practice out into the world. So when something ticks us off or otherwise upsets us, we can move into our new habit of taking a breath, calming ourselves, and responding in a mature and thought out way rather than simply reacting. And each time we're able to do this, we're reinforcing this new habit that we're working on. We are rewiring the brain. All of our little neural pathways in our brain are used to doing the same thing over and over again. But if we change that, we can actually change the wiring in our brain because we're practicing something new and more beneficial. Keep in mind that you've been taught by society and life experiences to be reactive and defensive. So you have years of developing the habit of staying in a reactive state. So rewiring takes time. And I can guarantee you it is well worth it. There's some people here tonight who began meditating with us not so long ago who are really happy that they came here because they found that this really does work. So each time we practice our mindfulness meditation, we are retraining the brain to more naturally move into this new habit, even outside of our meditation. So before we begin our next meditation, I just want to give you some helpful tools that may help you during the meditation if you're new to it. First of all, be really kind to yourself. No judgment or criticism. There's really no right or wrong. And be patient. This is something new that you're learning. It takes time to create this new habit. Some of the things you can do to keep your mind from hijacking you is while you're breathing in, you can count to 3 or 5. I'm breathing in, count to 5. I'm breathing out, count to 5. Notice what you feel is normal and natural for you. Maybe you count to 3. But it does give your mind something to focus on. Or you can say to yourself, I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I'm aware that I'm breathing out. So we're really focusing on that, noticing the lungs expanding and contracting, noticing the physical sensations like we did when we just did a few minutes ago. And then the other thing you can do is repeat phrases to yourself in your head. Some meta phrases are nice. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful and at ease. And working with the thoughts that will come up, each time you become aware of being caught in a thought, just gently bring your attention back to the breath and begin again. And then the next thought will come in and come back to your breath and begin again and again and again. And you, after a while, it will quiet down. And then you'll get caught in a thought again. And it's okay. You just notice it and come back to your breath. And remember, we're training the mind in something new. So patience is really important. So finding a position that is comfortable. Some people are lying down because they have physical limitations, and that's fine. Just be careful not to fall asleep. If you do feel like you're going to fall asleep, you can just open your eyes and soften your gaze. It helps keep us awake. And if you are closing your eyes and sitting in a fairly relaxed position, don't be afraid to move around if you need to. Don't be afraid to um, take some deep breaths in the middle of this, whatever works for you. And experimenting is really good. Let's find out what works for you. So, settling your body into a posture that's comfortable and taking a few deep breaths. And maybe as you're breathing in, bringing your attention inward with your breath and exhaling and dropping your shoulders, relaxing your body, letting your belly be soft. Feeling yourself sitting supported in your chair or on the cushion. If you're in a chair, maybe placing your feet flat on the ground, giving you a sense of being grounded. And let's do a body scan from the top of our head downward, just to see if we're tense anywhere we can let go of a bit more. Releasing any tension in your face muscles, in your brow. Letting your throat and neck relax, your shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are down. Sometimes we don't even know we're holding our shoulders up. Your arms are hanging heavy at your side or on your lap. Maybe noticing in your mind's eye the shape of your hands as you relax. Sometimes our fingers are curled. Just try to visualize that in your mind as your hands relax, arms are heavy. Remember, if you get caught in a thought, coming back to your breath and your body. Right now, we're anchoring in our body, moving our attention into our abdomen and our hips, relaxing those areas. The thighs are relaxed and the knees, and our calves and ankles. Just letting any tension drain out of your legs into the earth. Relaxing your heel, the arch of your foot, and the ball of your foot, the top of your foot. And relaxing your toes. And allowing your body to feel very heavy in your seat as you relax, letting go of the tension. And noticing any physical sensations in your body. You might notice some tingling in your hands or your legs or feet. may notice your heartbeat. You might feel that pulse somewhere, sense that pulse somewhere. And bringing our attention now to our breath and experiencing that entire breath in on the tip of the nose, filling the lungs, exhaling, noticing all of the physical sensations as we breathe in and out. And staying with the natural breath as the body breathes naturally, and that ebb and flow of the breath, like waves on a shoreline, moving in, moving out. And as the thoughts enter your mind, just gently bringing your attention back to your body, your breath. And this is where you can practice counting in, noticing how long it takes to breathe in. Maybe it's 3 counts, maybe it's 4 or 5. And then counting as you exhale. We can focus on the breath easier that way rather than the thoughts that come into our mind. And while we're following our breath, also notice the pause in between the in breath and the out breath, and the pause between the out breath and the in breath. if the thoughts are still carrying you away into a story, you could try coming back to the breath and the body, bringing your awareness to the in breath, breathing in. I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. Now let's gently move our attention back to our body, and doing a scan, noticing any areas that may have tensed up, and breathing into those areas, relaxing them, just letting the body feel heavy, and then back to the breath, that natural ebb and flow, that gentle rocking as we breathe in and out. So to keep our mind from drifting, getting caught in the story, we anchor our attention and the breath. We can also anchor our attention in the body. Some people prefer anchoring in the body. So you may want to experiment with both. See what can hold your attention best. Just noticing when the thought comes in, coming back to your anchor and beginning again. Now we can try one other thing and see what works best for you. Saying a mantra to yourself, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful and at ease, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful and at ease. Where is your mind now? Are you caught in a story? Or are you following your breath or anchoring in your body or repeating a mantra? I would like to ask that you can commit to this practice by sitting at least once a day. Twice a day is better, but we don't always have time for that. 20 minutes or more for each sit is great, but 10 minutes is fine. Even 10 minutes can make a big difference if we do it every day. Just taking the time, taking the silence, doing the practice. If you practice at home, sometimes it's just nice to have a designated area, a quiet space. It can even be outside in your car, you know, taking a break at lunchtime at work or something. I used to meditate in my car all the time. It's just really helpful. But if you do have a place in your home, you can make a little shrine, with some of your favorite things on it, just to keep you comfortable, maybe a candle or something. And just take the 10 minutes, set a timer, and give yourself some time to just deflate, relax, get back in touch with yourself. There are a lot of useful apps. I use Insight Timer. And then there's Headspace and Calm. There's also a lot of YouTube meditations. I like my personal favorites are the ones by Jack Kornfield, just because he's so gentle and sweet and guides gently through, especially in the beginning meditation teachings that he does. But I do want to encourage you to create a habit or practice, regular practice. And if you miss a day, no big deal. You just pick it up the next day. There's never any reason to get mad at yourself or criticize yourself because you have a busy mind that day or something. So feel free to email me, Joanie at A Positive Light, if you have any questions. All the information is on the webpage, apositivelight.com. I'm happy to answer any questions if I can. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I hope we see you next week. Hope you have a wonderful week. I love you all. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.